What's up, guys? Sam Productions here, and today we're going to be predicting the entirety of NFL Week 2. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it, and let's get started. The first game, Thursday night, Buffalo Bills at Miami Dolphins. Obviously, I'm a Bills fan, and give me the Bills in this game, 27 to 20. Um, I think that the defense will be able to get pressure on Tua. I am a little bit afraid of our safeties, but honestly, I think that our defense played a lot better in the second half against the Cardinals, and we only really allowed like 3 points the entire second half. Obviously, that kick return touchdown was pretty bad. But other than that, I think that the offense looked really good, on Sunday. And I think we need to keep this momentum. And I think we need to keep kind of like saying that we're the underdogs because we are the underdogs, against the Cardinals. The Dolphins. We are, +1. And I think that won't change. So I think that going into this game thinking that we're the underdogs is good because we need to have that underdog mentality since everyone's doubting us this year. Again, this really does come down to the defensive line. If the defensive line can get pressure against Tua, I think we will do a lot better. Because honestly, I'm not that worried about our offense. I think our offense looked a lot better, and it can only honestly get better from here. But I just don't really know, if our safeties will be good against obviously two great wide receivers in Waddle and Hill. So again, it'll come down to defensive line, but I think Rousseau, I think Vaughn, Daquan Jones, Ed Oliver will get it done. So give me the Bills 27 to 20. The next game on Sunday at 1 p.m. Las Vegas Raiders at the Baltimore Ravens. Give me the Ravens like 31 to 14. The Raiders, it's so unfortunate because they have so much talent, but they cannot draft. Like their drafting is horrible. And then secondly, it's just like they don't have a quarterback. They have Jacoby Myers and Devontae Adams. They should be insanely good, and then, maybe substituting a decent running back. But if you're a good team, you should make any running back at least do decently well in your system. They can't. Like, they have Max Crosby. They have a very talented team. They just can't get anything done with it because of their quarterback issue. I think that they're in contention, honestly, this year. I thought, before the season, obviously, my record predictions that they were going to be like 7-10, 8-9. But I don't even think they're going to get 5 wins this year. How they looked against the Chargers. Give me the Baltimore Ravens in a blowout, 31-14. Next up, we have the Browns at the Jaguars, and I am not taking the Browns. Deshaun Watson absolutely stinks. Do I think the Jaguars are awesome? No, but you cannot pick Deshaun Watson. He is horrible. Like, he is one of the worst quarterbacks in the NFL. Like, I understand the Cowboys defense might be good, but they're not like 85 Bears. They're not even the Browns defense or the Niners defense. Like, they aren't that good. And like they made Watson look absolutely terrible. Some of the throws he made were horrible. I think honestly we might be witnessing the final few games of Deshaun Watson's career. I think pretty soon he's gonna get benched, and then I think he's gonna get cut or traded or just kicked out of the league, honestly, like suspended indefinitely. So give me the Jaguars. I think Evan Ingram has a better week. I think Travis Etienne will improve his ball security and have a good week. I also think that Takes Bigsby. And again, I also think that Brian Thomas Jr. will also do really well. So I have the Jags winning in a bounce back game, 27 to 10. Next up, we have the Jets at the Titans, and this is going to be a close game. Give me the Jets 17 to 10. This is going to be a defensive battle. Both of these Jets defense looked pretty bad, but the Titans defense looked incredible last week, and the only reason they lost is because their offense. Their defense did their job. They didn't let up a single touchdown. You know, I think that this is going to be like again a 17 to 10 type game, but give me one of the best quarterbacks of all time, Aaron Rodgers. All right, Will Levis looked bad. I understand that the Bears defense might be good, but this Jets defense is really talented. I think even though I don't think Robert Saleh is that good of a coach, I think he's a great defensive mind, great defensive coordinator. I think he'll get his guys rallied and prepared to face the Titans. So again, give me the Jets, low scoring game, 17 to 10. Next up, we have the 49ers at the Vikings, and this is gonna be a close game. Give me the Niners, 24 to 20. I think that the only way the Niners can win, a little bit more is if they dominate the trenches, like they did against the Jets, and dominate time possession. Other than that, I think the Vikings will keep this game close. People are acting like the Giants have the worst roster. They still have a good D line with Brian Burns, Kayvon Thibodeau, and Dexter Lawrence. And Aaron Jones put up 94 yards and a touchdown on 14 carries, That's really good. I think that again, for the Niners to win this game again, without Christian McCaffrey, he's not going to play. You know, they need to dominate the line of scrimmage, just like they did against the Jets. And honestly, make a statement that Brock Purdy, no matter who he has, can go out and win games, even if he doesn't have 400 yards and 4 touchdowns, like Josh Allen does. He can win games by just doing his job. So give me the Niners 24-20, and I think that it's going to be a really even game until like the final, let's say, 10 minutes of the game, where the Niners just again control the line of scrimmage. Next game is the Chargers at the Panthers, and I really like what Jim Harbaugh is doing. You know, for the Chargers. Like I think that he's doing a fantastic job so far because he's taking the pressure off of Herbert. Herbert can't do anything by himself. He's a talented quarterback, but at the same time, you can't ask him to do every single thing, because he's not like Josh, he's not like Pat, he's not like Lamar. He needs some sort of help. And by getting him, J.K. Dobbins, who's a really good running back under that scheme, if he can stay healthy, I think this team can be a very dominant team at the line of scrimmage. Joe Alt is already looking like a stud. He's already looking like a top five, tackle. And Ladd McConkey, again, if he can stay healthy, it's like a good like slot, but he can also run deep routes. It's like a good wide receiver. So if all he doesn't stay healthy, including Herbert, then I think this team is honestly like 9-8, 10-17. And I think they go on the road to the Panthers, home opener for the Panthers, and absolutely dominate. Give me the Chargers 27-7. Next up, we have the Seahawks at the Patriots, and it might seem crazy, but give me the Patriots starting 2-0. They looked really impressive against the Bengals last week. And even though, Joe Burrow might be still hurt, obviously they didn't have T. Higgins, Jamar Chase wasn't 100% prepared, they still won. No one thought they were going to win, and they still won. Ramondre Stevenson looks like a stud. Brissett looks like a guy who can just manage the game. And then the receiving core, again, it doesn't really have to prove himself yet. But against the Seahawks, who struggled last week against the Denver Broncos, I know it was 26-20, whatever, it was 26-13 or 12, whatever, but they still had two safeties against them. I think that this New England Patriots defense is really good. I think it's really well coached. And I think that, again, dominate the line of scrimmage, this game's in the bag. I think they can, too, because they did against the Bengals. They play bully football, and I don't think the Seahawks are prepared for that. Hence, they faced off against the a little weak Denver Broncos defense. So give me the Patriots in this game, 24-17. Next up, we have the Saints at the Cowboys. And I know a lot of people are saying it's going to be a blowout for the Cowboys, but I think that is going to be a lot closer than people think. Obviously, the Saints only beat the Panthers, but you're still facing a professional football team, and you're beating them by 37 points and just absolutely dismantling them and giving their team no hope for the rest of the season. Meanwhile, the Cowboys, their offense looked all right. The defense obviously looked awesome, but again, you're facing against Deshaun Watson and the Browns. Um, I think that this game is going to be a lot closer than people think. I don't think the Cowboys' offense is going to look, that good because they didn't look that good last week. CD might be might be a little bit rusty. I know he had a great game. Well, not really a great game, but he had a decent game. But again, they might just be like a little bit rusty still, coming off a new contract. Again, people are already talking about like, oh, Cowboys Super Bowl. Is this the year they, win the Super Bowl? They're already talking about that after week one. I think that this is just a massive trap game for the Cowboys, but still, give me the Cowboys 23-20. I don't think they're losing this game at home in the home opener. Like they're not losing this game, but it's gonna be a lot closer than people think. Next up, we have the Giants at the Commanders. And I know a lot of people want to say, "Oh, it's battle between the two worst teams." I think the Commanders are sneakily good. Obviously, they didn't look amazing, but I think their offense looked decent. Against the Bucks. I think Jaden Daniels looks really good, even though for some reason PFF gave him the worst grade of any rookie quarterback. Just shows why PFF is a biased company. No way they thought Jaden Daniels had the worst game, meanwhile Caleb Williams had the best. Absolutely insane. He played good, I thought. And against a really good Bucks team. The Giants, they're like the worst team I've ever seen. Jaden Daniels might be the worst quarterback in NFL history. Like he might actually be contending with Jamarcus Russell. Like he had one semi decent season with an easy schedule, a good defense, a new head coach, and he gets paid $140 million. He's just been horrible. He has two passing touchdowns, interceptions, and three pick sixes since getting that contract. That's more pick sixes than passing touchdowns. Like that is horrible. The fact that this dude hasn't been benched is crazy. I guarantee 6 game into the year, like over under 6. I'm probably gonna get 4 games before Daniel Jones gets benched for Drew Lock. Like his time in the NFL is coming to an end slowly. All right, maybe he goes and becomes like a journeyman backup. No way he ever becomes a starting quarterback in the NFL again. Give me the Commanders 20-14. Next up, we have the Colts at the Packers, and this game will be close. Give me the Colts though, 24-20. Even though Richardson is very, very talented, he makes mistakes. 90-19 passing isn't very good. I think he might have to clean those up today to win by more than 4, but I don't think he will. It's still early into the season. He might not be fully, ready. I guess he might not be, gotten the rust off. I guess I should say he might be, a little bit rusty still. But still, I'm not, just gonna choose the Packers. They have Malik Willis at quarterback. I think the defense will get turnovers. I think that their offense will just run the ball with whoever they have and maybe do a little bit of throwing, but like run the ball. I think this game will be semi-close, but again, give me the Colts 24-20. Next up, we have the Bucks at the Lions. And give me the Lions in this game. 27-24. This game's gonna be close. I think Tampa Bay will play well. I think Baker will play well. But I think the Lions will just play overall a lot better than they did, last Sunday night. And they played decent. And if they can play even just like a lot better than that, I think that this game will be in the bag for the Lions. I think that Montgomery will have a good game. Obviously, Gibbs, Amon-Ra needs to have a better game because he only had like 13 yards. And then Goff obviously will also have a better game. But again, do not sleep on the Bucks. They are still a good team, but just give me the Lions because I think that they have a great chance to go to the Super Bowl this year. Next up, we have the 4 o'clock games with the Rams at the Cardinals. Give me the Cardinals in this game. 24-21. I think that the Rams will start off 0-2. I think they're going to miss Puka. And I think the Cardinals just played a really good game against the Bills, last Sunday. And I think that they're going to show up this game. Home opener. I think Kyle's going to play well. I think Marvin Harrison Jr. is going to get more targets. So give me the Cardinals game. Again, 24-21. Next, another 4 o'clock game. The Steelers at the Broncos. And I think that the Steelers will win this game because of TJ Watt. TJ Watt is a top 5 player in the NFL. He is one of the best edge rushers, probably the best edge rusher in the NFL right now, easily, but probably one of the best, since like TJ Watt and, Aaron Donald. He is up there with those guys. I think he's an easy Hall of Famer. He should have won the Defensive Player of the Year last year. He will carry this team, kind of like last week. I think Justin is a serviceable QB. I think he'll do his job like last week. I think that they'll score a touchdown this week. And again, I don't trust Bo Nix going against that Steelers defense, which is awesome. And the Broncos defense just isn't really that good. Give me the Steelers in this game, 24-10. Big win for Mike Tomlin and TJ Watt and Justin Fields. Because I think that Justin Fields will be the starter going forward. I don't think Russell Wilson will get a chance, honestly. So give me Steelers again, 24-10. Next up, we have the Bengals at the Chiefs. And I think most NFL fans, if you've seen if you watch Pat McAfee's show, he is still hurt. He's not recovered. He's on gripping his hand and stuff, trying to almost get it more loose, picking up that Gatorade water bottle. He is still hurt. And they get dominated the line of scrimmage by the Patriots. Now you're going to get Steve Spagnuolo, the best defensive coordinator in the NFL, Chris Jones, Trent McDuffie, George Karlaftis, and on the other side, Creed Humphrey, that amazing offensive line. This game is not going to be close. Chiefs 31. The Chiefs are going to dominate this game. The Chiefs, I think, this is the year, honestly. This might be the best team they've had since 2021, where they lost to the Bengals because Mahomes had the worst statistical half of his entire career. This team is so good. People don't realize that. This team is amazing. They had Snead 38-10. But give me the Chiefs 31-10. I think that this game won't even be close. I think Burrow will re-aggravate his hand again. I think we'll get sacked by Chris Jones 3 times. Give me the Chiefs. Dominating the line of scrimmage. Dominating the pass game. Easy win by the Chiefs, 31-10. Now we have the Bears Texans. Again, this game will not even be close. Caleb Williams absolutely atrocious against the Titans. Now you're going to against a much better coached, much better talented Houston Texans roster. This game will not be close. Unless the Bears defense pulls off something absolutely spectacular, they're not beating C.J. Stroud, Stephon Diggs, Nico Collins, Tank Dell. Give me the Texans 24-7. I having to repeat the same thing 3 times in a row, but this game will not be close. Kirk Cousins is still hurt, first of all. Philadelphia Eagles defense is too talented for the Atlanta Falcons offense. And I just think that the Atlanta Falcons defense just, won't be able to stop the explosive offense that the Eagles have. Give me the Eagles in this game, 31-14. Same score, or similar score, I should say, the Chiefs, Bengals game. Because, the Falcons and the Bengals are very similar. Both their quarterbacks are still hurt. Give me the Eagles in this game, easily, 31-14. And that is it for my NFL Week 2 predictions. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you know what to do. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. And yeah, I'll see you next time for another Hand Productions video.